Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Great Goodies. Thank you for being the first one here this morning. Anthony Barrett, thank you for being here. Queenie Morris, Marvelous Kelly, and Miss Goldie Robinson. For first people in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, all the drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Big up yourself, Troy, and please continue to go over to Troy's channel, support his channel, and continue to help that brother build positive platform with a whole lot of information in it. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Big up to you and shout out to you. It's Thursday morning. We're one day away from the weekend, Friday. I know some of them have to work through the weekend and all these things, so it's not your weekend. But for those who work that 9 to 5 and 40-hour week, Monday to Friday kind of thing, that's the majority. Then you already know the weekend is near. See? We got over the hump yesterday, and here we are today. We have a couple of things we're going to talk about this morning. Let me go ahead and shout out a few more people. And in the meantime, our topics this morning will be Jacky Cure is free, and speaking out for the first time is a headline that is going around. I'm going to clarify that real quick. We have a fun topic this morning called home spouse versus work spouse. Home spouse versus versus work spouse. That one's going to get pretty interesting, and I'm going to even tell my own experience and certain things. You know, we talk already, right? Abigail Myrie, the daughter of Buju Banton, is still missing or still considered missing. The JCF is now demanding that she actually shows herself now. So before it was, we think she's still missing. We don't know. So until we see her, now it's an order to show yourself kind of thing. We're gonna get into that. And a Dear Soulflow. We have a Dear Soulflow. I haven't done a Dear Soulflow in a while, but I got a pretty interesting Dear Soulflow yesterday, and I think it fits right into this morning. So we're going to get into those topics. All right, big up on yourself. I hope everyone is doing well this morning and feeling good this morning. Up full and full of vibes, that kind of thing. All right, let's shout out Bakari876. Good morning. King Biggs, good morning. Marlene McLeod, Dainty D, Jet Bar, Master Wayne, Kimberly Marshall Cromer, Andrea Sharives, one of those. Sharives or Sharaves. Master Wayne, Andrea Sharaves, Sandra Clark, Rika Liu, Sexy Body Daya, TB Ford, Leticia Jackson, Margaret Lewis Grant, Damian Wallace, and Stacy Ann Kitchen, Darky35 and Ghost Life, and June O'Brien is here as well. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here. If I didn't shout your name out, you already know what time it is. It's still manners and respect. Loshed or Loshid DM, Christopher Vibes Rum there. Christopher Vibes Rum, big up yourself. Percival Mason and Juba the Trucker. Big up to the truckers out there. And again, my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. All right. Let me say it again. Somebody said, SouFlow, you know, so I'm go over Troy's channel, you know, and we almost never come back. I guess that person's interest is in trucking and these things, so he went over and enjoyed the channel, subscribed and these things. So please continue to support my brother's channel. That's Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube, and of course my wife's channel, which is Shakira Sphere. At the end of the show, I normally insert their, let me see, I can probably still do it now at Shakira. I'm just trying to see if it worked. Nope, it's not working right now. But it worked before. So it's Shakira Sphere on YouTube. All right, people, listen. Let's get into the topics this morning. It's called work husband. Work spouse. Work spouse. The work spouse one is going to be pretty funny. I already know it. Someone have some secrets. But anyway, Let's start out with the, let's do it. See my board here? My board of topics for you. All right. So when you see me looking this way, that's what I'm doing, keeping in line with the topics. Jacky Cure is free and is speaking out for the first time since allegedly stabbing a promoter in Amsterdam. There's a video out with Jacky Cure on it where he's dancing in a hallway and the caption says something about freedom. And a lot of people have taken that video and chopped it. And of course, these are bloggers, vloggers, whatever else. I just see it floating around. It appears on YouTube next to my video. So I was like, what? Jacky Cure free? Everybody I talk about it. How come I don't know about it? I would have known about that. So I went and dig and look. And of course, it's nothing like that. Jacky Cure is not free. Jacky Cure is still locked up in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. He is in a jail. He is there. And he was ordered to be held there for another 14 days after his last, which was his first court appearance there. And the judge said that he's got to sit there for another 14 days until they do further investigation into the matter. Updated information. All the stuff that was reported in the news saying that Jacky Cure was officially charged. He was not charged officially, actually. So the attempted murder charge and all these charges, he was not charged. He has not been charged yet. I think these people like to do their thorough investigation before they say, this is what we're charging you with, right? But how it was presented in the Jamaica news, that's why it's important to actually go find articles from, say, the country where it happened, so you can see it in their wording. So Jacky Cure hasn't been charged officially. These were the charges he was facing, the possibilities of those charges. That's what prosecution was talking about. But they have not officially laid those charges on him yet. I believe he is scheduled to appear on the 18th in court again, which is a couple of days from now, which will probably be, today is Thursday. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that will be Monday morning coming. He will be appearing before a judge where this 14-day investigation period will have come to an end, and the prosecutors will have sat down with lawyers, whether he has an appointed, court-appointed lawyer or a private lawyer. They will have sat down and they will have said to each other, listen, these are the charges that we are laying against your client. And then the person defending him would have to go in and say, okay, well, I don't think this is going to stand. Can we drop this? Depending on how serious it is, can we make a deal? Less time for whatever. So they'll work that out then. That's where all that happens. Once he goes before the judge again, he will probably then hear exactly what he is being charged for. And I'm sure it will be public news because he's a star. And we are going to hear about it as well. So y'all see the headline floating around, Jacky Cure is free and is talking about what happened in Amsterdam for the first time, because I've seen it. It's false. Okay? It's false, just to let y'all know. Because a lot of you was leaving in my comment section, Jacky Cure free, Soulflow, talk about it. Go look at yesterday morning live. They were leaving it in the comment section. Jacky Cure is free. Talk about it. How come you're not talking about it? That's what sparked me to go look. He's not free. He has not officially been charged with these charges. He is being held and investigation is going on. And when he meets with the judge, come the 18th, he will know exactly what he is being charged for, if he's being charged for anything at all. And then it will continue from there. All right? Plain and clear. Let's get that one out the way. How y'all doing this morning? Let me see. Let me shout out some more people. Debbie Boo says Papa won't press charges not because he doesn't want to, but because of peer pressure. You're talking about in the Jacky Cure thing? You know, I watched Ika Mouse because my subscriber said, Soulflow, go watch Ika Mouse account of who Papa is and all these things. And I did. I watched it. But in the grand scheme of things, that's Ika Mouse experience with Papa. And the way how Ika Mouse talk, legendary in music, yes, can't take that away from him, but the way how he talks is sometimes you don't even know if he's just being raw honest or, you know, and this is just another person's view of. and their own experience of. So he knows nothing about the case per se, Jacky Cure's interaction with this man and what took place exactly. Although the way he gives his information is kind of tantalizing, and because it is Ikamouse and he is deeply entrenched in the entertainment industry, people are thinking, well, him know behind the scenes, he knows both of them, he's had experiences with Papa. Papa is the promoter, the European promoter's name, which I thought was a white man, and it turns out to be another brother, another Rasta, another Dread. So with that said, we'll see where this goes. I think Papa will be pressing charges. He has said that he will be pressing charges. He went and he made an official complaint. That means he's pressing charges. Jacky Cure is being held, or unless he gets scared and last minute, I heard it come out say something like, you know, press no charges upon Jacky Cure or something like that. Because here what? If you make Jacky Cure go to prison, you done. I guess that means that the reggae dancehall fraternity will come together and stop working with Papa. Remember, Papa's main business is reggae dancehall and dancehall reggae, bringing that to his part of the world, putting on these shows and so on, bringing these artists over. So if all of them decide, say, nah, you send Jacky Cure go to prison, brother, I'm not work with you. We stand in solidarity with Jacky Cure, then Papa's business could dry up, and you're absolutely right. Right? So let's see how that goes. But for the record, he is not free. He is still locked up, and he's awaiting his next day in court. The meme had me crying, not gonna laugh, not gonna lie, but you swore. This is Forgotten World TV. Me don't know what y'all talk about. Big up Bullish Entertainment. And yes, that's the peer pressure, Debbie Boo. That's the peer pressure. You're absolutely right. Yes. For sure. Now, yeah, I was gonna say that they can actually get reggae artists from overseas that actually sound even better than the reggae artists from Jamaica, because it's like overseas has a deeper respect. But you know, the thing about reggae is this: no matter how they make it sound clean and fancy, the people want the real. They want the authentic. So when they see reggae artists from overseas, they're like, okay, music sound good, it's nice, but you not Jamaican. You not a Rasta man. You not from the hills. You don't carry the same vibration from the rock kind of thing. And they really tune out. When they put these Jamaican artists on there, they're like, yes, he's coming straight from Jamaica. It's Jacky Cure, it's Fireman Capleton, and they get really excited. I lived in Europe for quite a long time. I lived in Germany alone for 10 years. So that's to show you, I know how these people are when it comes to their reggae artists. So yeah, that could be quite a pressure on Papa to say, damn, if I press charges all the way, then they're not going to work with me no more. So I can't book no more reggae artists from Jamaica if they stand in solidarity with Jacky Cure. And what good is it going to do for him to kill his business? I don't know. He's in a sticky spot. He's in a sticky spot. Tamika Pearson says, yes, I am in London. I like Jacky Cure's music, but he did commit a crime, so I don't see why anyone would stand against the guy for getting justice consequences. Chester K. Hutchinson, you know, at this point, we know because the man said, and he survived and did his surgery and say, you stabbed me. So we know that based on what he said, is Jacky Cure stabbed him based on what he said, right? However, we don't know what led to that. That's where we have to wait for information comes from. Because if his story is, this brother pulled out a knife and he was trying to stab me and I dodged it and I pulled my own knife and stabbed him instead, I was in self-defense. If that's the story that's going to come out of it, then Jacky Cure might be on some walking papers for defending himself or defending his life. We weren't there. We don't know. They haven't put out that much information concerning the thing yet. So we don't know yet. That's why there was a 14-day period of thorough investigation ordered by the judge. And they will see the judge again coming Monday, and we'll hear more. What really happened? What led him to that? Because right now he's painted as someone who chipped. Oh, and full of himself too much. A lot of people are, you know, some of the people quick to kick you hard when you're down, you know. And full of himself too much, or fashion dread. You know, so Jacky Cure only care about name brand and money and this and that. That's not Rasta. Some people say Jacky Cure forgot, you know, his words to his song. Even I said it. Behind these prison walls. I think he forgot, you know, the words to that song, and then want to go back around there, figure refresh your memory. I'm kind of something they're saying, but I don't know. I don't think Jacky Cure was crazy and just suddenly lost his mind and wanted to go back behind prison walls to go find out. You know, I don't know. Something went on that caused that to happen. And I don't know him, so I'm not swearing for him. But I don't think he's the kind of person who would just draw out a knife and just stab a man in his belly like that, just for just draw out a knife and just stab a man. So he don't strike me as that type. However, I don't know. I'm like you outside looking in, so we'll wait to see what comes up next. The more this thing goes along, is the more information that will be released to the public, and we will eventually know exactly what happened. See, juggle with him, because I can't go. I'm telling you already, I'm big and strong, but me dainty. When it comes to prison, it's not for me. It's not nobody's jail cell. It's not for me. None of that stuff. And I try to live a life where I stay out of them kind of thing there. Not true? Yeah, man. Good morning, Michael Graham. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Big up from Jamaica. Beautiful, beautiful Jamaica. I'm just want to go yard right now. Anytime I talk to anybody from Jamaica, I just feel like I need to be heading to the airport right now. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. For those of you who haven't been back in a long time, I'm telling you, man, every time I go back, 4 times in 1 year, every time I go back, it's like, oh, God, my soul needed this. And every time it's time to leave, it's like crying time. And there's nothing to cry for, because I'm like, my flights are short. I fly out of Miami. I'm in Jamaica by time the pilots say, okay, put your seatbelts on. We're gonna be taking. By the time I get comfortable in the seat, I hear we'll be landing in a normal Manly International Airport in about another 15 minutes. The flight is like that quick. And I'm there regular, but I still feel like, you know, I miss, but big up yourself, family, and thank you for being here. So, juggle with Jacky Cure. Yes. D. Richards, me dainty. When it comes to them thing, they're dainty. I don't want to, no. Well, sir, don't want to got nobody prison and nobody jail. Sorry. I wasn't made for that. Okay, I'm a king and I treat myself in a kingly manner. A king does not belong in a cage. I put it that way. All right, moving on to the next topic now. The next topic that we're going to cover quickly again is Abigail Myrie. So for those of you who missed it, in less than a minute update, Abigail Myrie, the daughter of Buju Banton, the Grammy Award winner, singer, icon, Buju Banton, legendary Buju Banton, his daughter came out and said that her dad tried to kill her. And she showed a picture of her neck with laceration on it. Not a bruise, a laceration. Some people are saying, y'all see me doing my hand like this on the thing, say, something talk? No, one little knot is flying around in here. And I'm actually really trying to hit it, but me I try to look cool at the same time. So anyway, his daughter is who issued a, you know, my daddy I tried to kill me kind of something. There was a missing person report put out on her. The neck thing she showed, a lot of people are saying that's not her. That's not her neck. And things like, oh, no, the girl, better than that. I explained to somebody yesterday, I said, listen, I've taken pictures and did 4 videos, filmed 4 videos in one day. And all 4 videos showed me in a different light. To the point where people were saying, me know said the boy SouFlow bleach him skin and all bleach out boy. There's something called lighting. And sometimes if I stay out in the sun a little bit too long, you know, a man get really dark. And then you might see those videos when I'm really dark. And then a week later, because I haven't been out in the sun like that, I go back to being light. And the longer I stay inside, I get lighter. So you get like 3 shades of Soulflow. Then when I do the lights and sit in different positions, you know, it's different again. So them like, how am I change color so much? The boy, I bleach him skin, man. No. Y'all don't know the girl. Y'all don't know if it's her neck or not. But people are saying it's not her neck. Anyways, the JCF Jamaica Constabulary Force, big up to them. The JCF or the Jamaica Constabulary Force, our police arm, is saying that Abigail Myrie needs to now turn herself in. Before it was, okay, she's missing. She's still on our missing list. Almost a wanted list. No, she's still on our missing list and we want to see her. Before it was that. She's still missing to us because we haven't seen her. Once we see her, we'll check her off the list. You know, basically that. And they have every right to do that. I'm reading these ignorant ass comments and I think, Jesus Christ, man, my people are like, oh, this is a story again. Girl, just come out from which part today and show yourself. I'm tired of it now. I read this too much now. Well, no, understand, so the situation could be serious. It's a young lady that's saying she's in danger. You know, you don't know, you haven't verified it first person. Let the law do their thing as well. So if the law don't do their thing and then something ends up happening, you're the same ones who are going to cuss them out and talk about, Una should have go look for the girl and Una should have demanded that she come out and show herself. Did you all see her? And they're gonna be like, no, we got a letter to addressed to the law to us that said from her lawyer that says she's fine, but we didn't see her. Well, did y'all go check the lawyer to make sure so the lawyer vouched that this is, and how come they couldn't say? We are gonna have a million questions if anything goes wrong and try and make it look like the JCF fault, right? So all they're asking, which makes common sense to me, is to lay eyes on her, to see her. That's it. What if it's a case though, right, where she knows that once they see her, because you know, Jamaica we are talking about. So there are people who won't say what's going on in their communities or their neighborhoods because they know that them police officer that in that same area there, if they go complain to them, they are in cahoots with some of these people. So what they will do is they will tell the people, say, Soulflow, come complain upon you yesterday, no brother. So watch yourself, because him tell me, but if him go tell our next squaddy, you're in a problem. Me know about the thing. Cool with me. But make sure so you take care of that business, that handle that. You know? So what if it's one of those who are like, yes, but I'm gonna come tell you which part should they run a 31st part in the yellow house. And you know, what if it's that kind of a case where she's like, I don't even want to show myself to the police. Me I hide, but I'm good. And she went as far as to get a lawyer to put out something that says she's good. We don't know. I like to think outside the box. I like to pretend I'm Abigail, not that I'm pretending I'm a girl, but I like to pretend I'm in her situation and how I would handle it and what the possibilities are that I could be dodging from. Then I like to present myself as if I am Buju. I look upon the situation. That's why I said yesterday, a good attorney would have advised him at this point to not say a thing. So even though we're saying, yes, I think Buju needs to come out and speak at this point, a good attorney would advise him to not say a thing. And if I was him, I would not say a thing. See, not now. Anyway, that kind of stuff. So that's a go on. They have now demanded that she show herself. And the article, this is 5 hours ago updated. I saved it to my phone screen so I can show it to you or read it to you. Somebody said yesterday, Soulflow, hurry up and get to the point where I talk about and stop this reading thing. But I should have had on my other shirt this morning, the bomber clad shirt. You already know. So Abigail Myrie will report to the police when she feels safe, says her lawyer. This is the headline that was posted 5 hours ago in the Gleaner out of Jamaica. See that? And a SouFLoTV, I make it up. It says Abigail Myrie will report to the police when she feels safe. That means she not feel safe, or she not feel safe even with the police. So they're saying she needs to come in and show herself. She's saying, I'll come in and show myself when I feel safe. All right. Now, attorney at law, Aisha Robb, who is representing Abigail Myrie, somebody said yesterday it's the family lawyer. Attorney at law, Aisha Robb, who is representing Abigail Myrie, says that when her client feels safe, she will present herself to the police in order for them to take her name off of this missing persons list. In the meantime, she says she is not missing. The other letter came from a different lawyer. This letter now comes from somebody else, another lawyer. We don't know. Why don't she feel safe? Well, she said her father tried to kill her. That's the basis of the story. Right? She said her daddy tried to kill her. Her daddy is trying to kill her. Her daddy is a rich, powerful man in Jamaica and might try to kill her. So she not feel safe. She take care of herself. That's where it's at. I think the police needs to lay eyes on her so they can take her off that list. at least somebody of a higher ranking, credible person needs to see her and say, okay, Abigail, you're safe. We see you. All right, we're going to take you off of the list. What's really going on with you and your father, though? And have her explain herself to them in detail, that kind of stuff. But all that's behind the scenes, and we're not going to know all that. All we'll hear later, she has presented herself to the police. But honestly, there are a lot of people that are worried. Just like how her father has fans and people that follow him and all that, she also has a following as well. Yeah, a hot girl, I know she's pretty and all these things. She do her modeling thing and thing. Enough people follow her. She's also star-studded in their eyes because of who her dad is, and people grew up with her. So they might even be more attached to her than they are attached to her dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like Abigail is 21. Their world is Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and then you're like, I'm of her father generation. My world is meditation and some good reggae music and family situation and these things. Two different types. So she has her own following. There are a lot of people that are concerned about her well-being, and I hope hear Shamar Jackson about she look good, man. No, she do. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Um, she I hope she's all right. And they're saying that she's good, but she'll come forward to the police when she feels like she is safe. I don't know what needs to happen for her to feel safe. She can't go on feeling unsafe forever. So at some point, this has to come to an end, right? So I don't know what go on, what she needs to see or hear for her to feel safe. But I hope our father get in there and work it out with her. She's a beautiful daughter. Go work it out with her and fix up on a thing. There she is. Abigail Myrie. See? All right. That's so much for Abigail. Moving right along. Yes, Omega Brown. Stacy Dean says, good morning, Soulflow and family. Good morning, Stacy. Roderick Shaw says, the pretty one, them always have mental problems. Y'all need to stop that. We don't really need to stop that. I see a lot of people quick to say that the girl has mental issues and all these things. How do y'all know that? And why are y'all classifying her as someone suffering from mental issues? She has never given any other reason for you to say that other than a now alleged altercation between her and her dad. And because she's saying that she's been abused by him, unless the girl mad or she's losing her mind or she has mental issues, well, I need to stop it. Really stop it. You know what I'm saying? Let these people. It's public because they are public figures. It's public because they spilled their business onto the internet and out into the world. So we now here get to talk about it. And I understand that it's a free world and you can say what you want to say. But remember, man, I'm trying to tell you this. Karma, I believe in karma to a different degree. It don't have to be my actions. My words are powerful. Like they turn circles, they turn corners. They might come back around to me. See? So I try to be like that kind of person. Stop creating that type of an environment where people who are being abused cannot come out and say they're being abused because you're going to say stuff like, oh, they must suffer mental health problems. You're losing your mind. Lie, ya tell, and all these things. It's going to work itself out. I hope. I hope. And seems the internet make everyone turn psychiatrists. Yes, it does. Everyone has an opinion, and that's one of the downsides of the internet is that everyone can get on there and say what they have to say. The stress he put on his kids would cause mental health issues. But you don't know if she's suffering any mental health issues. So it's not okay to say that because you've never said that about her before. When he was first released and she ran and jumped on him like her lost puppy that she hadn't seen in how long. When she did that, you weren't saying she had mental issues. When she was doing her modeling stuff and the pictures were popping up everywhere, you weren't saying she had mental issues. When she did other types of stories, you weren't saying she had mental issues. But as soon as she have an issue with our father, who is a big star and you're probably a fan of, now she has mental issues. Stop, man. Stop. Max Sinclair says maybe it's not Abby that's mad. Hmm. I mean, if we're going to be balanced, if we're going to be balanced, right? Monkey says at SouFLoTV, she is 21 and she was put out from her home by her father. So who really report her as missing? There is no legal requirement for her to report to the police. There's another thing in Jamaica. I don't know if you remember the politician that was seen on video, uppercut his woman, and yeah, he did. I was watching the video. He actually went under like this and hit her in the belly. He uppercut her in her belly, and he was dragging her around the vehicle, and then he took up a crate. If you're not Jamaican or Caribbean, you probably don't know that crate here because they don't serve drinks in this crate in the US and other places. But he took up one of them crate and he started beating her with the crate on the video. Here's the thing about Jamaica. Yes, that politician was able to keep his position in parliament. He's a parliamentarian, a sitting MP. He was able to keep his position by resigning from the JLP when everybody said he has to go. He has to go. This is not a representation of the JLP. It's not a representation of any of our leaders. You can't abuse a woman on camera and then come sit down in an MP seat like it's all good. What message does this send to the country, to the men? That if you're in a powerful position, you could beat the daylights out of your woman in public and you'll get away with it, kind of thing. So you have to go. The pressure came on. What he did was he resigned from the JLP and then took up an independent position, still able to hold his position. So he lost nothing. Okay. And then what his woman did was she stayed out of the spotlight long enough for all the bruises and stuff to go down and everything. And then eventually she showed herself. And the first time we saw her was them going to church together. Then he took leave, remember? And they went away. And she probably went with him. Come on, babe, let's go wash off some of the salt here over in the Bahamas. Something, you know how that go already. And then she came back and all was well. In Jamaica, they have a thing. If you don't make an official report to press charges and follow it through, there's nothing they can do. And I learned that then because I said the laws need to change. Because in the US, if I, God forbid, thump brains in her eye, or I'm still saying brains, baby, I forget that name that she's trying to, and she did, is Shakira Sphere. But if I thump baby in her eye, right, and her eye swell up so, big old tussle, and she goes to the police, I know for a fact that in the state that I live, the laws have changed, and it changed a while back now, where she don't have to say anything anymore. Even if she says, I don't want to press no charges against him. I just want him home. No, nothing happened. They're still pressing charges. The state will pick it up and will press those charges regardless if she wants to press the charges or not. And I've seen them do it. And you know what they do after they do it? They lock up the man and then they go to the woman and they say, listen, we've given him 2 years. So you have 2 years to get yourself together. We can help you to get yourself together. If you can't pay the bills here, we'll put you in a shelter. She's like, I don't want to go to no shelter. It's horrible in here. Okay, we'll put you in a startup home and we'll do this and we'll do that. We'll find a low income apartment and pay the bills. And then when he gets out and he goes to work, we'll dig into his paycheck to help pay those bills and support those children and stuff like that. Laws here are in place and they are used regularly and they work. They work. So they don't have nothing like that there on the island. Now, these are some of the things where when we travel and we experience different lifestyles in different places, some things we can take back home and implement, learn from, if we're about making the place safer for, master people and these kind of things. Omega Brown, yeah, the shelter. No, I don't want to stay in the shelter. It's horrible in here. Yeah, I'd rather stay in there. Well, hey, man, I agree with you, Max. Locked up for a while and then issue with our children. Love the artist, my soul, but I'm not blind. Yeah. Somebody said yesterday, Soulflow, I love Buju, and I'm probably going to be biased and even pick his side because I like him so much as a person. But I couldn't help but notice that the last video that Buju did, he kept doing like this with his nose. And I started wondering, like, is he really, like, the things I'm hearing about the coke, is he really messing with it or whatever? I watched that and I saw it. And maybe because of the rumors that are being spread around, you know, the constant affiliation with cocaine, I also thought, oh damn, that looked kind of weird. I'm gonna mess with them nose so much. But here what? I have allergies myself. I have allergies. So at a certain time of the year, especially if I go outside and pollen is everywhere, I bear and red eyes and you know, so if somebody sees me sitting under a beautiful tree like Buju was doing, outside surrounded by bare greenery, they would think this is where the air is clear and I should be breathing nice and talking straight. But you'll find me start clear my throat. I edit my videos, so I can't edit the live, but I edit my other videos so I could chop that out. If y'all see me, if y'all see my wife, y'all would say she worse. Bread's pretty enough, but you went this is the ugly side of a pretty girl. You know, like when a pretty girl use the bathroom for the first time, and you actually go in there after, and it's a doo-doo, she go doo-doo, and you're like, oh, Lord Jesus Christ. And you have to go look on her like, and I know everybody poop, but still you gotta look at her like, oh, like you so pretty, how'd that come out? What kind of smell that? You know, but she has allergies too, and she's like, this is how she does hers. This she probably not gonna hit me said that because it's not something she does in public, but she do it significantly in private. I remember the first time she did it, I was like, when is she gonna stop? And she kept going. I said, you all right? You have some nasal spray on you want some because I have allergies too. You want some nasal spray? I'll spray some in your nose. Those allergies, those nasal sprays are so addictive that when you stop using it, you feel like you're going to suffocate. So you have to. I got caught in Miami one time. Me and wifey go on club in Miami one time. This before Kai was even born. We out partying. Went to the club. Come out to the club. I think our car got towed. It was a New Year's celebration, bringing in the New Year's in Miami. I think it was. So I'm walking around now. No nasal spray because my nasal spray was in the car. See, and I'm gone with my car. So I'm walking around now at like 3 o'clock in the morning in Miami. I'm like, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. We grab a cab. First thing I tell the cab is I'm like, find a pharmacy, quick, please. You don't know no CVS or anything? Now we were dressed for the club. The Haitian taxi driver, I spend all them time, I look for my wife. Seeing such a jump in that car. And I'm getting pissed. I'm like, why I can't breathe? He's like, well, I don't really know this area like that. But I've been driving around here for 14 years or something. I say, I drive around here for 14 years. And you know, where the pharmacy, then, brother? Find a pharmacy. I was dying. So them spray, no nasal spray, something there. If you can avoid it, don't. So now when my nose is stuffy, it has to be really. I literally use that thing probably about once every 2 weeks, if that. And sometimes I go months without using it now. But I was addicted to it. Like I had to use it every single day, probably multiple times a day before, and got to find out that it wasn't me. It was the nasal spray. So warning to y'all. But yes, on that note. All right, so Jacky Cure is not free. Abigail needs to turn herself in, and we're moving right along. Steam with salt water. Maria Johnson, you know what? Me try that, and it didn't work. Me even put the salt water up in my nose. It made me even more stuffier than before. So none of that stuff worked for me. None of that worked for me. The only thing that works is just relaxing and waiting for it to go away. Because the more I panic is the more I feel like the stuffiness gone from this side, now up on this side. Now this whole side is stuffed up and this side is clear. It's like it plays games with you. And then when both sides go stuffy at once, you're left with breathing out your mouth like, I can't breathe out of your nose. I used mine this morning. See, D. Richards, all the allergy people, man, shout out to you. You understand the struggle. And the funny thing is, when I'm in Jamaica, I don't have that problem at all. Yeah. Oh, there goes. Wifey enters the chat. Shakira's fear. She says, I told him to stop using it, the damn nasal spray. It's addictive. I don't use it, period. But remember when I had you using it too, babe? Actually, I had her using it, and she's the one that found out that it's the nasal spray and it's not your nose. See, and she weaned herself off it, and I was so jealous when she was weaning herself because I couldn't. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait 6 hours now. I'm still stuffy, you know. And she's like, oh, I'm waiting it out. I don't care. And she wait the whole day to the next day, then she just never used it again. Me, after like the 6 hours, 7 hours, I'm like, nah, this is going too long. I can't breathe. And it's a thing that brings instant release, like a instant relief. As soon as you spray it in, you can literally count 1, 2, 3. I guarantee you by the time you hit 15 to 20, clean air. So it really feels like it's something that can save your life. You can see me drunk as hell, come out of the club of Miami and can't breathe. And my car gone. And so no, I'm staying away from them nasal sprays. Which nasal spray do you use? I used to use Afrin, and then I stopped using Afrin, and then I started using some other over-the-counter one. I forgot the names of them. I don't use them. I have one in the bathroom right now, but not here. I just go off if it's the same bottle with pump spray. I just grab that and go. But I haven't used it in a while. I only caught these allergies after moving to the USA. Debbie Payne, I'm telling you, when I'm in Jamaica, I don't. I could be here stuffy right now. I get on that plane and I fly out. I hit Jamaica and I spend a week there, and not one day out of the week did I ever wake up going, I can't breathe, I know it's stuffy. The most that ever happened to me when I go to Jamaica, I feel my throat. But you know, that was before Corona and I had to cover up. Because, you know, we're out and about, a lot of dusty stuff. I feel my throat going funny, but then it goes away. But that can't breathe stuff and that block up all up in your stuff, I don't have never, ever. So it's true. And that again tells me a lot. Marjorie Rose says, I too suffer from seasonal allergies, and when I was back home, used Vicks inhaler until I realized I was dependent on it. Then I started Flonase and eye drops. Now I know how to use natural meds. I believe Ome nasal spray has steroids per my ENT. You don't know. I don't know what's in them things. All I know is I can't breathe. That's a basic function of life. And once man can't breathe, man is going to start going, like, finding ways to try to breathe. It feels like you're suffocating. So the first thing you want to do is look for something that's going to help you. And that offers that instant relief where you're clear in no time. So you keep it close. It got so serious for me with that thing that if I was driving out of my house, drive down the street, and me not have it, I would panic and have to U-turn and go catch that. If I'm too far away from home already, I have to start looking for a pharmacy on my GPS pharmacy near me because I have to find one. But it's a horrible feeling. Faye Johnson, absolutely horrible feeling. You have sinus problems. Yes, but guess what? I don't. More than say, I had it worse when I was using that nasal spray. That's what I try telling them. So the people in where I use the nasal spray, you might be going through some things that I understand, but it's not your nose. Your nose will naturally clear. It's not going to stay stuck, but because you're using that thing, it will. And just bad habit, Buju have. We just love the armchair psychoanalysis thing. True. And I say all that to say that. So be judgmental, yes. Don't be so judgmental that you start accusing people of things that you have no idea about. You know, in the essence of everything, you're tarnishing that man by adding to the narrative. Oh, I'm a cokehead. See that? Me just do my nose like that again. He's a cokehead. Him this and that. Me see it because when you see him doing video, don't you see you always playing with his nose? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Don't be part of the negative narrative. You know what I'm saying? I will forever say it. Don't blame Abby. Check out the Rasta head. I feel them problem figure work out. I am just wishing and hoping the best for them that they can actually work it out. Yeah? And come back to a place where things are good again. I don't know. Maybe she'll be at one of these big fashion shows where Buju will be headlining as the entertaining, or he's not an entertainer, he's a singer. As the head singer, lead singer, and his daughter will be strutting her stuff across the stage, some big model pageant. I don't know, maybe, but them they can do great things together. That's what I'm saying. There's more greatness to be achieved in unity than there is in this shabanglo we are going so. Family matters. Family matters. But I do hope it work out for them. So, let me talk about this real quick. Let's talk about the home spouse. And hey, I have a morning thoughts, dear Soulflow, which I'm gonna save for the ending of the video. But let's get into the home spouse versus work spouse thing. Remember Rasta man said, oh, no, I do the Rasta thing already, you know. Remember Rasta man said, I'm younger days. Rasta man said, him not send film woman go work, and nobody establishment. And I was thinking that was kind of backward because, you know, my generation is women leave the house and they go out independently and work on them kind of something there. 50-50, come and pay some of them bills and all these things. All right. He said he's not into that. And he's not into that because when women go work, there's always stuff going on there, like other man on the job start feel them up, fondle them. You know, they even go there and start lusting and end up in situations because they spend lots of hours per day together. And that was long ago, and I thought, the rest of those are one of the things that I would revolutionize. I wouldn't care if my wife go to work. But the more I thought about it, and the more I lived, and the older I got, and me start go work on everything, and see what happened at work, I was like, yeah, it's true. It's true. Because I've seen it. I've seen it. It's not insecure, Nurse James. Watch the pre. We all have different experiences. Hey, I realize I'm touch my nose a lot too. So please don't start spreading no rumors about me a crackhead or cokehead. I don't take coke. Okay. It's a habit. So I can actually see how Buju would be doing that. Anyway, back to the topic. Real life story. Okay, I've worked at quite a few places where I draw with somebody, girl, go around my background at some part, and you know, feel her up, kiss her up, and them something. The big people think, big people. Not behaving myself. So I tell myself to get a point across this morning. See? And these were people who, for example, there's this one particular girl, she's pretty, you know, Trini. She's from Trinidad. Well, pretty and sexy body and these things, and she coming to work, she have one really aggressive brother. That's her man, and he would come into the job and stare down everybody, especially the guys. He'll come in there and he'll look you up and down. And here's what we call a hood ninja. See? You know what that means? Street ninja. Known in the area as hood ninja, street ninja. He'll come in there and he'll stare everybody down, up and down. Like when she's walking into work. And he would come pick her up from work when it was time to go home. Stare everybody up and down on everything. But she always give me a vibe. Like when they're good and things are going great for them, you know, she don't want to talk to you at work like that. But when they're fighting or when they're having their issues and she's in that I can't stand his ass no more mood, then she has all the conversations for me. Now I was just there to just facilitate. See, so I thought to myself, I'm gonna make a move on it. Cause you know, big man, I stared on everybody like nobody can get it, and it became a challenge. See, so I'm telling you, it became a challenge. So one day I pulled up on, like close up, microphone on her face, this right, boom, just pull up like this, and that's all I did. And guess what she do? Big kiss. I said, wow, this is on the job. You know, run at the back room. And after you work there for a while, you know where the camera them there. You accidentally went into the camera room, so you know where cameras are and where cameras aren't, kind of thing. So that became our spot. I'm gonna start drawing away all the time, go around there. And that's it. And when he come in now and he's like staring everybody up and down, I'm laughing. I don't even look at him. I don't even look at him. I look his way, look the next way, keep doing my thing. Say that to say this, and that wasn't the first one or the only one. And I say that to say this, it is absolutely true. There will be that dude at work that will be clapping her on her ass when she walks past him and she's like, stop, you know, the long stop, the STAAAAAAPH, stop. You play too much. I told you I got a man. Stop. But he could do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, till she take her a couple of days off. And when she at home with you for the weekend, she's thinking about him and going back to work. As soon as I argue, that's where fear mind go. See? Stop. She don't even have to go out the house. She visit him right here. She's on his Instagram now. She's on his looking through his stuff. I mean, he's so fine too. She just had tune you out. You know what I'm saying? That's why one time you see her like this and she see you coming, she do like this with the phone and be like, oh my God, it's so funny. You know, she's like, oh my God, this is so funny. I saw what you were looking at before. Stop. The thing that you were looking at before was orange on the page. In 2 steps towards you, your thing went up 4 or 5. You see the hand how fast I go, your thing went up 4, 5, 6 different slides. And you're, oh, this is so funny. I saw it go. It's real. So this house spouse versus work spouse thing. Yeah. If I should ask the females in my audience, be honest with me. You have you ever been in a relationship where but you know what, no fun, I'm not gonna tell the truth because you watch this and your spouse watch this. And if you see upon here, I talk about, yes, I did. You're going to have hell to pay and a lot to explain. But I didn't do it with you though. But I did. And then problem in your house. So me not ask you to lie to me this morning. Okay? Just what you said, Jaheim song, put that woman first. Yeah, as somebody said, have you seen Jaheim since he put that woman first? Jaheim ain't been the same since he put that woman first, boy. He looked tall up. He looked like, you know, when cock down fight and then wake up and here pick out and I see him way him look. So he's going through some things in life. He just got arrested, by the way, for dog fighting or emaciated dogs. He had that, not the same. Put yourself first. Here, brother. Put yourself first. Always got to put yourself first. Life is a selfish game. You have to put yourself first. If you drain yourself, I don't know why we carry on these cliche things about put others first. No, you have to put yourself first. If you're not well taken care of, you cannot take care of others. If you don't understand love fully and know what love is, you can never love somebody correctly. If you're not stable, oh, y'all go stabilize somebody else, or help to stabilize somebody else. You have to put yourself first. You understand? You have to put yourself first. So let's stop with some of them something there. And everything where grandma them say from for them days still put yourself first. Grandma was putting my grandfather first because that's what they did back in the day. All right. You have to put yourself first. That you're gonna be burnt out, used up, and can't help nobody and can't help yourself. Facts. Seeing? He should have put them dogs first. Chocolate LY say he should have put them dogs first. Queen Mars says, no for me. I'm always working in an environment where no one looks like me and I'm not attracted to them. Queenie, you know what? In my occupational therapy line of work, I have never done anything like that. And I haven't because it's a very, you can understand, it's a very professional environment, right? You would think, because I'm around therapists and everybody you're around has, like in my immediate area, the therapy area, these are people who have their degrees and their this and their that. You would think. All right. But then I work on the outside. So everybody else is in there. It's all medical personnel and all that stuff. But I've seen it. I wasn't brave enough to do it. I don't want to do it because this part of my life is not about that. And I'm not even, how should I say it? I'm not even motivated to do anything like that. Now, this guy talk about, but now I'm not motivated to do anything like that. But in that environment, I've seen it. Me see, male CNA, draw one nurse, BSN. So maybe because I'm coming from the military and I'm looking at rank, so I would think that a woman that has a bachelor's in nursing wouldn't make a male CNA like clap her on her body or draw her in a one closet and these things. And she has a husband and she has children with her husband and these things, right? You would think you would never see that in a professional environment. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. And the first time I seen it, I was like, because everybody knows her husband there. But I was new to the facility and I'm trying to figure things out, you know, I'm cool with everybody and everybody cool with me. I haven't been there long enough for anybody to dislike me yet, kind of thing. It happens. It happens. So that tells me from my past experience plus this that it happens in all environments. It don't matter if a suit and tie, and it don't matter if it's fast food and yeah, wear apron. It don't matter what. As long as it's a work environment where people are spending long hours every day around each other, you have to strong in yourself. You have to strong in yourself. Some people say they're not a cheater, but they're not a cheater because the right opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. So them flirty, you know, but they're not cheating, not yet. Get locked in the right place with the right person, and it's all right. See, especially if you don't have any self-control. So that's that. That's that. And it's real. Can't tell me say not real. All when them a book for overtime, D-Mac. Yeah, she working at late shift. She working at late shift. I said, what dude said the other day, and I repeated it to my wife. She was like, she working at late shift, throwing neck like a giraffe. Yep. Yep. She want all the extra hours now. She going in extra early now. She picking up all the slacks. Hey, could you work for me on Saturday? Jay working? Yeah, I got you. I'll be here on Saturday. Come tell her husband, yeah, them tell me say I have to work on Saturday. She go volunteer for work Saturday, you know. Same thing, vice versa. Don't think I'm beating women up. Man too. Same thing. Could you work for me on Saturday? Yeah, Saturday's supposed to be his day off. He done clock his hours already for the week. Shalisa working Saturday? Let me check the schedule and see. Yeah, she working Saturday. Yeah, I work for you on Saturday. I got you. They're like, damn, he's so nice. Nah, because he want to work with Shalisa for the Saturday. Because that's who he draw into the back room round spot, no camera in there. And you know, kiss her up and feel her up on them something there. So I'm not trying to put any problems in anybody's life. So if your husband or your wife is asking to do their overtime this weekend, please don't say Soulflow said and try to use that against them. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're probably just working some overtime to help you catch up with the bills and these things. All right. I'm just saying it's real. So this whole thing about how home spouse versus work spouse is true. Ladies, it's true. On the other end, you stress out the man. You never give him no compliments ever. He never do nothing right for you yet. You walk past him all the time like he's not attractive and he's nobody. But when you go on road, yeah, look for him 20 times. Like, damn, he fine, damn, he fine, damn, he fine. Your man see all those things. So one time he's leaving the home all broken and burdened down and stuff, and there's that one girl at work that said that come and fix him hot straight for him like this. And then she go about her business. Or she come back later and say, you so fine. But I ain't saying nothing. And go about our business, and then she'll drop hints and things. It goes down. It goes down. People are looking for, that's why it's important to nurture your relationship. That's why it's important to make sure that your energy is not going into social media and lusting after people on social media or running down strange people a road, but working on your relationship. Remember to compliment your partner. I know you compliment people and them still cheat on you and these kind of these kind of things. That one when we used to tell her all the time how she beautiful and everything. And you know she used to. It got to the. At first it was, oh man, I have a man that tells me I'm beautiful all the time. And then longer down the road it got to, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I'm genuinely asked her one day. I said, you don't want to hear that from me, right? She said, why? Any woman want to hear that from her man. I say, yeah, but when I say it, I remember when you used to be like, you know, oh wow, he finds me beautiful and he tells me all the time, kind of thing. But now it's like, this is her words. Now it's like, I hear it from you all the time. You say it almost every day. So, you know, it's like, I'm hearing it again, kind of thing. And in my mind, she probably start here. She's beautiful from me about once a month after that. Went from every day to once a month to probably forgetting to say it because I'm trying to protect me. Because that statement alone said way more. See, I'm the kind of person, you don't have to read the whole book to me. See, you give me the first 2 sentences, I'm going to follow up on the rest of it by myself. A paragraph can say so much. A paragraph can say what a whole book said. A sentence can say what a whole book said. On the book report, man, I'm reading that statement, you know? So when she said that, I said, wow, This person likes to hear it new from somebody new. So when she dresses a certain way and look a certain way and bring herself out into the public a certain way, even when she asks me stuff like, babe, what do you think about this? You think I should wear this? You think this look nice? And I'm like, honestly, I mean, I like that. And I look good for you. She's like, I'm gonna wear it anyways. Forget what you think. Just ask me what I thought and give my opinion. So after that, it became anything she put on. What do you think about this? This look, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful on you, and just left it there. So I don't want to argue. I can't give my honest opinion, and I know for a fact now that you're definitely not wearing it for me. You want comment from people outside, right? So you're beautiful and you're sexy and all this don't mean nothing to you. So I'll give it to somebody else. So I go to work and I give it to somebody else. I find somebody that was beautiful, sexy and everything. And guess what? She reciprocated. She felt the same way. And before you know it, work husband start, work wife start. And I didn't give a damn what she was doing because in my mind, me, I think to myself, so she's probably already doing that. So I'm even in the scale. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to say it, but yes, I was petty like that. I'm even in the scale. So there you go. You obviously have somebody out there who's telling you you're beautiful and you feel you have to continue to hear that from them. Okay, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Just remember, I said, two we can do it. You know? So you have to remember those things. Remember those things. House spouse versus work spouse. Do you have a work spouse? Yes or no? You know what? Let me stop. I think our nurse gyms are probably the only one in here that's really gonna tell the truth. The rest of them tell me lies this morning. Goes both ways, Shamar. Absolutely goes both ways. Pauline Graham says sometimes though too many compliments can come across as insincere. You see that? If you compliment them a lot, it comes across as insincere or it's too much. If you don't compliment them at all, you're a workless man. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. You never compliment me, so I'm attracted to the compliments from the guys I get at work. Yeah. If you, so it's like it's either too much or too little or too. So you have to be like, okay, I compliment, but do I compliment once a week or do I compliment twice a week? Or do I compliment once a month? Or do I, because this person likes it to be complimented 7 days a week, then this other person likes to be complimented 3 days a week. Like that shit get too confusing. Every time your man compliments you, just enjoy the compliment. That's what I would say. Stop being like, oh, but too much of it, it seems insincere. That's because you're not getting it from who you want it from. You see how I'm real with it? You see how I pull up on that point and just hit it like, bam. Let me say it again. The compliment is now seeming insincere or maybe I'm too insecure or I'm tired of it. It's because you're tired of the person you're with and you don't want the compliment from them anyway. Because trust me, if the right man pull up and give you the same compliment, Mr. Chiselbody Longwood man, you are gonna be over there talk about, oh thank you. And then him slap you upon your body and say, you play too much. Stop. Stop. And you're not going to go tell your husband that. You're going home to tell your man that. Yeah, I'm slapping upon my body at work and I was like, stop. I gave him one of the long stops, the one that PH, stop. Play too much. You know what? The compliment from who you get it from. So yeah, you find all kind of fault with it. But when it's coming from the right person, that's exactly what you want to hear from who you want to hear it from, and it's well received. And right now, because him fresh and new, you can take him compliments 7 days a week until you get tired of it. But you can't get tired of him because you have the man already. So it's one of those risky compliments, one of those we should not be doing this right now, but it feels so good. Not true. Tell the truth. I love D. Richard says I love to be complimented by my man. Work husband, no sir. Nah sir. Nah sir. So them say. So them say. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along, right? Mrs. Nia says I work from home, so no work husband here. Yo, Mrs. Nia, you know what? That's what I see one guy put in the comments. He said, my wife works from home because I saw that yesterday again. And dude put in the comment, he said, my wife works from home, so I don't have to worry about none of that. And I thought to myself, damn, if we could all get our wives to work from home, we would have to worry about that. But I'm sure they're saying the same thing too. If I could get my husband to work from home, then I wouldn't have to worry about all that. When I'm stressing him, just have to go sit down in the next room. You see what I'm saying? When that kind of stuff. When I'm stressing him, just have to go sit down in the next room, go cut the lawn or something, go fix up the pool or something. But I'm not going nowhere, and I'm not have no work wife to go tell him about his. After I cuss him and tell him how ugly, see someone after I cuss him and tell him how like 50 grand Rosie, how ugly he is. Some yellow work, I go tell him about him pretty and handsome and all that. So sit down in the yard and should have to worry about that. Actual, you're good. You're at home. So your significant other is like he's halfway secured because you still have social media. Mm-hmm. Now make you get to Anita. You still have social media. Now make you get to Anita. You still have social media. Oh, I next shirt that to know. Whoa. Here with the one. Shamar Oliver says, my husband and I are both working from home and we both looking at each other day and night. That can present a problem too. You have to be with your friend to do that. That can present a problem. We have to look at each other every day. So my wife right now tell me to come out of the house. Come here interrupt our flow. And me feel like a man she want to bring in. Don't know, me not like. But you have a bag of camera and one who live something around there. You know, man. But I still not trust it. Because she might know the angles where the camera don't. Like when we did our work at the store, and me know the angles where the cameras don't cover. She might. Yeah. But on the real though, seriously. The nobody can see. Song bus, go drop it. I don't know what that is. What about the postman and the delivery man? Tamika Pierce says, what about the postman? Now you're a different type of person. The postman and the delivery man. But it happens. It happens. Wife is something full of foolishness. Listen, what you have to be with who you want to be with. Your heart got to really want to be with who you with. And if it's not, slip. You know, like when old people step on banana peel going downhill, slip. If you if you not really, your heart's not really into who you want to be with, slip, slide, gone. I told y'all before, because your spouse found you attractive doesn't mean that they stopped finding people attractive. You know what I'm saying? So you have to depend on your P's and Q's these days, my family. That me I telling you. That me into the last topic now, which is the Dear Soulflow. Where's my phone? I gotta pull this up on my Gmail. Now I'm gonna need everybody panda one here. For those of you who don't speak patois, I'm going to need everyone on this one, okay? I'm gonna need everybody panda one here. So let me pull it up real quick. Here, my wife. It's titled My Wife. Here, boom. Uh-huh. Big long letter, you know. See that? I'm gonna see the people info and these things, but big long letter. See that? Okay. Exactly. I much rather be happy alone than be dealing with somebody and not happy. Yeah, that's like the worst feeling ever, isn't it? That's like the worst feeling ever. To be one of the worst feeling ever is to actually be in a relationship and feel like you're alone. That's the worst feel. That's one of the worst feelings ever. It's like, man, just let me be alone then, kind of thing. Pauline Graham says, why she love you? She love me because me full of foolishness. I don't know. I think I make her laugh. And they say that that's one of the go-tos. Points. You get points for that. But see, some man, I'm not call people ugly because God made no mistakes, and I don't think anybody is ugly. Different strokes for different folks, and every who have them tick a bush and all these things. So I don't have any people call me ugly. Different people see stuff different. But I've seen some men who ain't nobody running over there and saying, "Oh my God, he's so fine. His face, his features, is this, is that, whatever." There's nobody running over there for that. But just the fact that when women, they have that thing about them that when women are in their presence, I be a I slap knee and the belly boy, and them laugh and laugh and laugh. You know what they go away thinking? Oh my God, he is so funny. If I had him in my house, I'd be laughing all the time. And she start look at him like a real thing. So I guess I'll make her laugh. Anyhow, let's segue into this. Real talk. Loneliness in a relationship is one of the worst things. Only beaten by infidelity. Yeah, facts. So this one I'm gonna get deep real quick. We're gonna run through this one. This person wants you to leave your comments so they can read these comments. And you know how we do this already, right? Haven't done a Dear SouFlow in a while because the Dear SouFlow then pile up so much. When I say people write me Dear SouFlow and then them just fling them out, they pile up so much and there's so much other stuff going on to talk about that. So we pulled this one because we recently got this one and I didn't have to go search up for the rest of them and pick which one to do. So we're gonna do that one here. Dear SouFlow, I need you to read this and give me some good advice. I watch your show all the time and I think you are a smart person. Thank you for that. I respect and admire how you are with your wife and children. Your family vlogs are you know, when you try to hide your Jamaican, your family vlogs, vlogs, just come back from far and out, your family vlogs. Your family vlogs are my favorite of your videos. My wife has been doing some things that has me thinking about moving on and leaving her. Every time we have an argument, she disappears and goes and gets a hotel room. And she does not, he says, goes not answer her phone. She does not answer her phone at all until the next day. Should I wear my bomberclaw shirt for this done? We have 3 small children together, and although she takes the children with her, I still feel like she is leaving to go and cheat. Our last argument a few weeks ago, she left about 3 p.m. You know, we don't say 3, we say 3. She left about 3 p.m., 1 dot, and came back. Okay, that's a day. She left about 3 p.m. one day and came back about 9 a.m. the following day. When I asked her where she was, she said, get this, SouFlow, she was driving around all night. She was driving around all night. That's what she said. Now I am sure she is cheating on me. Because of this, every time I want to love her or show her affection, I have an instant flashback of her excuse that she was driving around all night. Oi. Uh, um, mm. Would you believe that if your wife gave you that excuse? I would believe that only if she would take the same excuse from me that I was driving around all night. Not true? Every time I ask, bring it up, now she says, let's go take a lie detector test. I don't think a lie detector test is 100% accurate, and that is why it is not admissible in court. Everybody knows that if you remain calm when answering your questions on the lie detector test, then you can beat it. I am not abusive to her, if that is what you might be wondering. I do everything for her, and I always show her love, even when we are arguing. I am not, I am, no- I am now tempted to start cheating just to make myself feel better. But I think that would lead me to leave my marriage because I am not the cheating type. I need your help. What should I do? Please ask your audience for some advice and I will read their comments. Keep up the good work, SouFLow TV. God bless you, my brother. JC from MD. The end. JC from MD. All right, let me see what I go on around here. So now, comment section, light up. Did you hear what? Let me rewind the comments and pull up because you know the comments go. like this, and they keep going up, and I'm missing a lot, and a lot's going on. I feel like I need to catch. Bam, bam, bam. One of them, one I say. No loyalty. Good morning, Soulflow and family. Real talk, Soulflow. Bam, bam. Joke this morning. Horace in the house from outer North Carolina. Big up yourself, Horace. Thank you for being here. Miss Nia says, I will leave somebody instantly if they show and they don't have no loyalty. What are we together for? All right. Big red flag. Denty D says, big. Tamika Pearson. Tamika, why you laugh? You're crying, laughing. Why is the crying laughing? I need no help. But she takes the kids with her, says Rojani. Yes, he says she every time they have an argument, the argument get big and blow up, she leave, right? She leave, she go get hotel room. She disappear. She don't answer her phone or nothing. He don't know where she's at or anything, but she takes the kids. So she takes the 3 children with her, and they are somewhere, she's somewhere out there. And then she call her, show up, or answer her phone the next day when she's ready to come back home. All right, the last time she did it, she was driving around all night. She took the kids with her. So yes, Denty D says driving around all night with the kids, kiss me teeth. Like, you're supposed to believe that. Taking the kids, most likely she's not cheating. Lie I tell, cause me back as a girl already with her baby on the bed. Don't be telling her that story there already. And I know my picnic. So yes, again, don't judge me. This was a long time ago, long time ago. Okay? So don't judge me. The baby was in another room. The baby was crying. She decides that she not stop. She want her something same way. So you know, she want me handle the thing same way. So she went and picked the baby up, put the baby over there at the edge of the bed, and she rocked the baby. The baby did go back to sleep, and then do my thing again. So she taking the kids don't mean nothing. She take the kids, she put the kids to sleep, and when the kids are asleep, she in the bathroom at the hotel or wherever else she's at, doing what she's doing. It don't mean that maybe she take the kids because she wants him to think she took the kids, so she's probably not doing anything. You know, it's two sides to looking at that. Taking the kids most likely means she's not cheating, says Badman. He's gonna read this, so that's him. I'm just trying to rationalize these answers. Debbie Boo says, oh, Faye Johnson says no cheating there. Explain to me why you say that, Faye. Debbie Boo says, nah, she's not cheating. She just has a problem dealing with relationship issues. Her communication skills need to be worked on. That's what Debbie Boo says. All right. Badman says she tired of the argument. But the man tired too, so him can run too. What if he runs and come back and tell she said he was gone for the last from 3 o'clock in the afternoon Monday until Tuesday morning? He shows up at 9 o'clock at the house, and she hasn't been able to get a text through, a phone call, and nothing from him. He's not answering her nothing. You think she's gonna buy his excuse that he was just driving around all night? Tamika Pearson says nope, because one of those kids would tell him, Daddy, we were over at Uncle Roy's house. His house real small. Mm-hmm. The kitchen is right next to the and describe our hotel room. No, because the kids would tell him. That's what Tamika Pearson says. Tamara Dixon says, with the kids, how can you be driving all night with 3 kids? That's the question. I wouldn't believe it. Especially if she's the type of person to always go get a hotel, but this time she decides to drive all night with the kids. That not sound good at all. Brian Howard says that not sound good at all. Monkey says, SouFLoTV, you feel that somebody been a driver all night? There's a possibility. I feel that there's a possibility. I wouldn't take that excuse there. I mean, the last time I checked, I never see Claffy palm forward or slow-mo palm forward or nothing. So I wouldn't take that excuse. You've been driving around all night with the kids. Really? Mm-hmm. Right. All right. Well, come next week, I'm going to be driving around all night quite a few times. You know, to drive around all night. Who does that? Cynthia Gooding says, I wonder if she start the argument, use it for excuse to leave. Bam! Right there, so Cynthia, this is my saying. Now let me read some more comments. Rajani says, because if I'm cheating, I don't want to worry the kids. I don't want to worry that the kids can hear. Hey, some people take it where them can get it. Take it on the job. All these kind of things. Them worried to the boss, I go see. Them still take it though. Badman says it's something him doing to her. He's toxic. Yeah, well, you know, the man always get the blame. And him alone toxic. Venny says, then you know, drive too. See, Sativa T, she could be. Gucci Girl L says, ask the kids. But what if the pick of them did asleep and they miss everything? Eh? You know, so them have something now that can knock your kids out and it's perfectly legal. Yeah, that melon. Me talk about it when the words come back, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's perfectly legal. Give the kids melatonin, but melatonin for kids actually knocks them out, helps them to go to sleep. So who's to know she never give the kids 6 melatonin gummies a piece, and they picking them in there snore. She know them can't wake up. These um main one says you can take the kids and still drop them off somewhere, or worst case, have them in a different room. And I've seen that happen. See, the part where, before I forget though, the part where somebody, Cynthia Gooding says, I wonder if she start the arguments and then use it for excuse to leave. Okay, so there's a particular situation, and the brother Dede, I talked to the girl, right? It was just on Instagram, and he told the whole story. He's some famous rapper dude, but he was talking about how females will go through lengths. So this female called him and said she need that D. I mean, she ready for another round. Ain't seen you in a while, type stuff. And he like, yeah, I'm good and whatever. I'll come through, but what about your old boy, which is your man? She said, don't worry about him. I'm gonna start a big ass argument. And I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna call the police or he gotta leave. You know he got priors and stuff, so he don't want no police coming over here. So he's gonna leave. Brother said when she said that, he knew he was dealing with a demon. So he was like, yo, he found every excuse not to go and he didn't go. But it's something when beat up already, you know. He beat up already and he knew about our man. But to see the lengths that she would go through, he was like, nah, that argument stuff and getting police involved, knowing that bro man got priors and stuff, all that, just to get an ex-man to come through. He was like, damn. And when I saw that, I was like, wow. And then Vibes Cartel said it in a song. Seeing how she start the argument, see it, yeah, that song there, that song about see it, yeah. He said something about when she start the arguments, them no matter what him said, now I'm gonna fix the argument because she gonna escalate the argument because she want to escalate the argument because it's a part of her plan. She blow up big, I can't take it no more. I'm gone and jump in the car, boom, and drive up out of here. As soon as she drive past 2 blocks down the road, she's like, while she driving, I'm out the house. I'm gonna be at the Marriott tonight. I just booked in. I got room 147. I see you there. All kind of something. She gone, right? And you're left there thinking, damn, that argument could have been handled differently. I tried everything to make the argument de-escalate. She tried everything to make the argument go south. See, so because she had her plan already to leave. Worst thing worse, I went hair done, nails done, fingernail done, toenail done, pum pum shave up, panty where she put on is a pretty G string on these things. And then she take the tree picking them on God. I was driving around all night. I don't know. Believe if you want to, I don't care. Oh well. And y'all are wicked, they're wicked. Cause you know now honestly, let me ask you this. Let's flip his script for him, right? I want to ask the brother this. How about you do it? Do it a couple of times. You said she did it, she does it all the time, right? You're not left. You still there. Those are big red flags for me. So do it a couple of times and see how she reacts to that. Like maybe you deserve some time by yourself. I'm not gonna jump over here and jump on him and talk about he's the toxic one. So me don't know. He never give me enough in there. He says he's a good, but that's what people say, right? He might not be. And he might be chasing her away. He might be abusive and he's saying he's not. Just like I explained yesterday, how police officer can there in yard beat up his wife and then go out the road, go arrest a man and dragging the man talking about, you beat up the girl, so put your hands behind your back, you're arrested, domestic violence. But he's doing the same thing in his house. See? So how about you go out there? Maybe you deserve to go out there. Maybe you deserve to go missing for a couple of nights or go missing for a whole 24 hours. Don't answer your phone, don't do nothing, just bounce. Start a big argument, escalate the argument and bounce. No matter what she said, escalate the argument and bounce. You know, there are some women out there you can't argue with. Can't. Because they're too sweet. They'll be like, babe, I love you. I'm not into the argument. We don't need to be arguing. And even one time y'all argue, they're like, they'll go away and they'll come right back. Are we done? Are we done? Can I get a hug? That kind of stuff. Somebody have to facilitate the romance. But if the two all know is like, rah, 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 like two mad chihuahua at each other, then it's that stuff gets overbearing. Hold on there. Well, wife that. Wife said, women don't take kids to cheat. It's easier to leave. The guy can leave with the kids. Perfect. Women don't take kids to cheat. Baby, you know something I gotta read deep into your comment. Women don't take kids to cheat. So one time you are leave without the kids, Kaya talk about get nails done and hair done. These things. How are you do? I comment now. A joke. Wifey over here, wifey says women don't take kids to cheat. It's easier to leave the guy, and the guy can leave with the kids. Nah, me not put nothing past no man. Make sure you're going missing with the 3 kids too. Yeah. Yo, listen, we not put nothing past no woman. So when if me I go try it, me I forgot missing with the 3 kids too. I saw. But I'm telling him though, well, you hear what my wife said. She said, make sure you go and missing. And it's only fair. Let's be for real. It's only fair. If she's going missing with the 3 kids, right? And you still think she's cheating, then go missing with the 3 kids too. And if you're going to cheat, go missing with the 3 kids and cheat. And show her that it can work. Just to show her that it can work. You know what I'm saying? I would book a hotel that had the rooms that join together and you walk through to the next room. And I'll make sure I put the kids to sleep. I'll give them their melatonin gummies and have a nice evening with them, wear them out somewhere at a park, and then pull them belly of food, clap and sing and play with them in their little shows. Everybody knock out, walk through to the next room, bam. And even that, they don't have to come to the next room because knock before you enter and then not to hear nothing. You can hunch all night and be quiet. So man carry them kids to cheat though. Woman carry them picnics to cheat too. Woman carry them picnics to cheat too. And that may I tell you, everybody do it. As in those people that cheat. When I say everybody cheat, I say everybody do it. As in those people that cheat. Children never stop people from cheating yet. So, and you wonder how do you do it? Yo, I seen a video one time, the saddest video I ever seen. No lie. And this is again when YouTube was on one, because YouTube used to put videos up that you can't put that video. If I put that video up right now, YouTube wouldn't only strike my channel, you would look up SouFLoTV and see nothing come up because they would probably take it down and then tell me for further review. So the video was a girl in the back of a car and the man a get her beaten. You see me? And her son, which is old enough, the poor son looked like about 9, 10 years old. He was beating the daylights out of it because him go find his mother, you know. She left them in the house upstairs and him go find his mother downstairs in the parking lot. And then the way the little youth was beating the car glass, everybody start gathering around it. I don't know if his mom was on drugs or what, but the little youth, she's in the act and she wouldn't stop. And the youth were do it. One hood ninja, the hood ninja with a mouth full of gold teeth was just laughing, and you could tell he's the one that took the video because the angle looked like this. And he's like that. And I'm like, damn. With her kids right there at the window, the little poor little you was like, Mama, Mommy, no, Mommy, no. So they do. They do. But they not stop nothing. I don't want that you take a jump off on a building on my behalf though, or hurt themselves, or cause you never know, people are fragile these days and some people can't take them thing there. And worse than what say, well, SouFLoTV pointed right to it, so it's exactly what I've been thinking. 12 stories, gone. That's not what I'm saying. Work the thing out, brother. If you believe her, then you believe her. You know, it's obviously you think she is, but you're not going anywhere. You're looking for more proof. I would say in order to leave, you would need some more solid proof than that. But also, she's playing head games. Check it out. When you're in a relationship, I say stuff like this. If you don't want to be considered a cheater, don't act like you're cheating. Don't do cheating people things if you don't want to be considered a cheater. And if you're in a relationship, that's why I say some people aren't ready for sometimes it's just best to be alone here. So some people out there who are alone, I don't fault you. Just be alone, because now you don't have to worry about another person's level of thinking. Now you don't have to worry about all that drama and stuff. Check it. If you can't understand that as a grown piece, you need to tell the full story. Well, him never tell me anything much. Him say him make himself look like a good person and all these things. But here what me I said though, bigger than that for everybody. If you're in a relationship, it is your responsibility to make sure that your partner feels secure. In other words, it is not your responsibility to make them a secured person, as in this person has low self-esteem. It's my responsibility to build your self-esteem. That's not your responsibility. You have to take care of yourself first. If you're a low self-esteem person, you shouldn't even be in a relationship. You should be taking care of yourself until your self-esteem is at a level where you can govern that, not need somebody to make you feel better. You understand? In other words, you work on you, I work on me. When we're both two whole people, then we come together and make something even greater. But you can't have these broken people that are coming together expecting someone else to fix their broken pieces. You know what I'm saying? It's not somebody's responsibility to fix you. People can stay with you through you trying to fix yourself, and probably even be some inspiration and some comfort during the process, through the journey, help you through some things, but it's not their responsibility to fix you. So in a relationship like say this now, you want to make sure that you're not doing cheating things. In any relationship, you want to make sure you're not doing cheating things that makes, because sometimes people not do nothing, but the way they move, and some people love to play head games. Some of y'all women know what I'm talking about. You love to play head games. Dress up nice, put on your pum-pum shorts and high heels and go to the grocery store because Una just done argue. And he's like, well, we don't need nothing from the grocery store. And you walk around the grocery store for 2 hours and then you come back home. You just had that man thinking, where the hell was she at? Why is she dressed like that? That's how you dress to go to the club. She never will go out like that. Okay, now he's thinking weird thoughts. You facilitated that. You know what I'm saying? You facilitated that. Instead of sitting there and working out your issues, y'all gonna make the man start think different. Am I wrong or right? It goes both ways. It's the same thing for men. It's the same thing for women. If you're pretending you're cheating or doing things that make you look like you're cheating, then you're contributing to the toxic environment that's there, and you're also contributing to the insecurity that your partner might be feeling concerning this relationship. Because somebody is insecure about a relationship with you doesn't mean they're insecure in themselves. It means that there are things there that makes them feel insecure about the relationship with you. You know, people nowadays, they throw words around loosely. Like when a man is trying to tell his wife, like, I could see through that dress, babe. Me see red. She's like, no, you can't. And the man say, yes, I can. There's a red panty you have on, a red G-string on my seat. And we're going out to a function where everybody's going to be well dressed and stuff. And my wife look at him and say, well, may I wear it anyways? It should be, really? You can see through it? Oh, damn. Well, I guess I can't wear this then. I don't want nobody seeing my underwear while I'm out in public. You see the difference? Like, you have to, don't act like you're a cheater, as in you on your phone, right? Big example, because everybody is on their phone these days. You're using your phone like this, you're laughing, you're looking, ain't no scrolling going on. You see your partner come in, suddenly, or turn yourself one next way, where if they pass that way, and if they pass that way, they have to see, and if they pass, why do all that? Right? Like, them kind of something that make people think things, you know? Arguing and disappearing make people think things. You're facilitating and you're contributing to that. And they are going to, and if you listen, who want to hear me, and who don't want to hear me, don't hear me. But understand this: if you don't hear me, and this is your relationship that you really care about, then start packing your shit, because it's going to end. Eventually, it's going to end. See, if you make somebody think, nobody is ever faithful to somebody that they think is cheating on them. They might not do it all the time, but the right opportunity present itself, the first thing they're thinking is, he cheating on me anyways, or she cheating on me anyways, so why not? You know? So it's the thought, not the fact that you're not doing it, the thought. Once that thought is manifested in your partner's mind, male or female, and that thought starts to grow because you feed it with your actions, then this person is becoming more and more convinced, more and more convinced. And then eventually they'll start doing their own thing. And now you're going to have a partner that cheats on you, even though you weren't cheating in the first place, but you were acting all along like you were. You see what I said? So I went through lengths to discuss that, or to draw that one out. Who understand it, who don't. The person who asked me to read this, if he sees it, I hope he understands it, right? Whatever he's contributing to the situation to make her feel like that, and whatever she's contributing, I hope she sees it, and I hope you show it to her so she understands what she's doing as well. Because she's saying, take a lie detector test. I'm not doing anything. I'm ready for one, kind of thing, right? So let her know that even though she might not be doing anything, it is making you think that she is doing something. That alone right there should count for a whole lot if the relationship means anything to her. Tell me on my song. Tell me on my song. All right. Pauline Wogg says, real talk. Wifey enters the chat. Wifey said, men who cheat like to accuse women. Well, I wouldn't know that. I know cheaters like to accuse people, period. Because that's one of the beauties about these things in life. Once you start doing wrong, you start feeling like everybody else is doing you wrong too. So you will never have a peaceful mind, because you'll be paranoid all the time, because you know what you've done before or what you do. See? All right. If she cheats, I'm cheating, because eventually there is no relationship. Won't fool myself, laugh out loud. But then, Desmond, then you're stuck in a relationship that is bun for bun, cheat for cheat. Who wants to be in that? You went into the relationship to be in a monogamous relationship, and now you're in an open relationship. That's by force, manipulated, and now you're in an open relationship. You didn't go in that relationship saying, let's have an open relationship. We cheat. We see who we want to see. We just don't discuss it, and we make sure that each other one don't find out. If that's your thing, I mean, different stroke for different folks. So if that's what works for a couple, then that's their business. I'm not going to judge. However, I'm talking about a monogamous relationship where you end up like that. She a cheat, or you think she's cheating, so you cheating out. And if she is and you are, then you're in an open relationship. And the funny thing is, you might not go nowhere for a while, and so she might not go anywhere for a while. So you're going to live in that condition for a while until somebody decides to, hey, this is done. I'm done and I'm out. But until then, you're going to live through that. No, sir. That's too toxic. Too toxic. See? Once she starts cheating, it's no stopping. That says Desmond. Boy, I don't know about all that. I think we cannot speak generally when speaking about humans, because everybody does stuff differently. Some people cheat and stop and decide that it wasn't for me, and it's this disgusting, and I'm never gonna do it again, and they never did. and they've been around on earth for a long time. And then there are others who did and they liked it, the thrill of it, so they continue to do it. And even when they're in a committed relationship, they're so seeking that thrill that they do it anyways. So there are different people out there. We can't make them general statement that men do this when them do that, women do that when they do that. I don't know all men and I don't know all women. I know what makes sense though to everybody, whether you're a man or woman. And it's that you care about your partner's feelings enough to know that if you see yourself adding to that flame, that fire, don't blaze it up with your actions by feeding that narrative. See? Militant One says, what you call cheating in 2021? Things are different nowadays. Cheating is anything that involves anything. I'll put it this way: anything that you have to hide from your significant other, you're cheating. Period. Anything that you have to hide from your significant other, you're cheating. If me, I look on a girl on Instagram and my wife a pass me, I should not be going like this. My wife should not be able to see me I look on a girl, because I have a wife that don't care about stuff like that. So she'll pass and she'll see a big body in her G-string, and I'll probably even be saying, damn, babe, that girl I look good, not true. I think she have one business, you know. I think she have a business. She does like natural skincare stuff and stuff like that. But if you're like, anything that you have to hide is cheating. So cheating and just you do it, right? Wifey once again in the chat. But anyways, I'm gone because he's not giving the full story. No women aren't going to act like they're cheating unless they think you're cheating or you give the proof you are cheating and don't even know it. But that's what I just, she's not listening because I just said that. I just said that. Make sure that you're not giving that image that you are, because there are things that you can do that make somebody think you are when you're not. That's it. See? All right. Vance Janky says a real man respects his queen and never cheats. Yeah, and a real woman respects her king and never cheats too. Cliche. Not true? All right, so we are an hour and 42 minutes into the show. Good Jesus. Here, listen. Big up on yourself. Thank you for being here. Festive morning, wonderful morning with you this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please continue to leave your comments in the comment section, but make sure that you leave constructive comments so that when they are read by the receiving party, that they actually mean something. You know what I mean? You're not joining the destructive narrative. All right. Big up on yourself, and I thank you again. Go check out Shakira's Fair. Now let me see if I could put it in. Babe, I was trying to put in your at Shakira. Oh, there. So you have to be here. You have to be here. So that's her link to her channel right there. So you have to be in at the live, because I tried doing it at the start of the live and it wouldn't do it. All right. Boom. It's in there. All right. Thank you. Big shout out, everybody. And again, Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs. Big up to Troy. Please go over there and support his channel. And of course, Wifey channel. Please go over there and support her channel as well. And I'm trying to drag her on this channel so we can do some morning thoughts here and then jump on Fiar channel and do some morning thoughts over there with topics that she's interested in. I'm sure everybody would be like, yeah, always from a man perspective. I don't want to hear from a woman sometimes, right? All right. We're working on, well, I'm working on that. I'm trying to pull her in. So hopefully y'all could go over there and encourage and convince her to join on this journey. Big up on yourself. I'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV on Morning Thoughts. All right. Have a wonderful day. God bless y'all. Peace. You saying peace, Papa? You could come say peace right here. You want to come say peace? Watch that. Careful. Let me put you up here so they can see your hand. Watch your hand. Up. Peace. All right. Boom.